guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. We have the balance changes. Finally, it feels like we're halfway through October here, no? Well, October 7th, anyway, will be the new season, Season 4 inside Clash Royale. I hope to have an interview with Seth, hopefully this season, talking a little bit about the balance and the state of Clash Royale, so certainly subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications, and stay tuned for that. Ought to be a really good conversation. And if you have any questions you want me to ask Seth, aka the head of kind of the game design team, the balance guru at Supercell, go ahead and leave those in the comments. Maybe I'll choose a few viewer questions for Seth. Anyway, today we're here to share the news of the balance changes. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. There's not that many. Then I'll give you the news for Season 4 inside Clash Royale. So, Witch rework. We already knew this was coming. I'm going to go ahead and play you a quick little video of the new Witch. Essentially, here are the changes. Hit points, minus 12%. Damage, plus 220%. Hit speed, minus 40%. Splash damage, or splash radius rather, minus 45%. And changes to the spawn. Skeletons spawn in a radius around the witch now. Spawn time slower, 5 seconds to 7 seconds, and no longer spawns death skeletons. So man, that was a lot of changes. Essentially, she'll do a lot more damage now, and she spawns her skeletons kind of like a graveyard around her, but she will be firing slower. She'll just be a lot different than she is right now, and with the less HP, maybe she'll be a little bit easier to deal with via spell damage, depending on your spell levels, of course, as always on ladder, where she's kind of a nuisance right now. So hopefully she'll be viable at tournament level standard and not so annoying in mid ladder. I think this is actually a pretty cool change to the Witch. Personally, what do you guys think of all these changes to the Witch? Speaking of which, finally, the worst legendary in the game, the Night Witch, is also receiving a buff, guys. And it's a small one, but it's a significant one nonetheless. And it's going to be the death spawn. The death bat spawned by the Night Witch is going to be increasing from 2 to 4. So again, is it a huge buff? By no means. But is it significant? Yeah, kind of. I mean, those extra 2 bats can do a few extra damage here and there and put out some extra damage to your opponent. They spawn after, so they're resistant to spell damage, obviously, after the Night Witch is dead. I think it's a good change, and I think at one point she did spawn 4 bats at a time. Did she also spawn 4 death bats at a time and when she was originally in the game? I don't know. The OP Night Witch, it seemed like she was just like constantly spawning bats at all times by the 2s and the 4s. Either way, she won't be that strong again, but hopefully she'll be a little bit more viable inside the game. Next up is the Wall Breakers, an elixir cost decrease from 3 to 2. Wall Breakers will now cost 2 elixir. Their damage minus 10%. Their mass, so essentially how easily or difficult they are to push around by other units, increase by double, by 100%. So man, this is a huge buff to Wall Breakers, guys. An elixir cost drop for only a 10% damage reduction? Wow. Finally, Wall Breakers will probably be meta now. I'm going to call it now. And it's funny with these new cards, sometimes it's almost like you're just waiting for them. Like, I would always advise upgrading your new cards anyway, or at least working on them even in the background, even if they're kind of underwhelming, they suck upon release, because more often than not, I think Supercell finally finds a way to make these cards viable. We saw it with Earthquake, with Snowball, with Fisherman, and now we're seeing it with Wall Breakers. 2 elixir, minus 10% damage, plus 100% on the mass of those cards. Next up is the Hunter. He's going to see a damage increase by 2%. Did he really need it? Well, I don't think he needed it in a vacuum, but he did need it to continue to contend with the Executioner, who is stealing all his thunder, guys. I mean, the Executioner right now, who is not being touched inside this balance change, is really strong and almost way more versatile than the Hunter, because you can use him synergizing with NATO so much easier. Unlike the Hunter, his axe actually goes through the target rather than being stopped like the Hunter's bullets. And at point blank range, the Executioner, hell, he's almost as strong as the Hunter is. So I think this is much needed for the Hunter. I think, again, in a vacuum, the Hunter is a good card. My prediction is he still won't see any uptick in usage this season just because of the strength of the Executioner, who is not getting a nerf. Now on to the nerfs. Fisherman. Damage minus 6%, hit points minus 5%. So seeing a reduction in his damage, which is really a non-factor. You don't count on the Fisherman for his damage. The HP minus 5%, honestly, I still think Fisherman's going to be really good. I think it's a smart nerf. They didn't overdo it here. I don't think it changes any interactions. He doesn't die to like Fireball even with the HP reduction. But I think that his utility is going to remain pretty much the same, right? He's going to be a really strong defensive card. He's going to be pulling other cards into your P.E.K.K.A, into your Sparky, into your whatever you're pulling him into. And he's going to be activating King Tower and being used really adeptly on the defensive end, countering Bandit, for example. We've seen Bandit use rates go down because of the Fisherman. Fisherman just counters Bandit, right? He does not get affected by the Bandit dash. So interesting here. I think that the Fisherman will still be really strong. The last card is Snowball, the knockback minus 17%. So it does feel like that Snowball has a lot of knockback, a lot of bang to that, a lot of bite to the punch. Is that right? A lot of frostbite? I don't know. Shut up, Ash. All right, so Snowball is going to get a nerf. 17% knockback reduction. Not that big of a deal, in my opinion. However, you know, it's another nerf to Snowball. Snowball clearly still the go-to small spell, especially at tournament level standard. But even, I think, in ladder, certainly top 200, it is the preferred card of a lot of players in terms of small spells. So this ought to give Zap and Log and Barbarian Barrow a little bit more of a space in that conversation of small spells. So guys, that's all I have for you guys in terms of balance changes. Now quickly, I want to go through the update. Season 4, you guys already know about the Elixir Golem again. Did I mention subscribe to the channel? Whatever, shameless plugs, because I'm going to have a lot of Elixir Golem gameplay coming to you guys, especially early on this season. A lot of pros kind of trying out different decks and trying out different archetypes using the new card, the new rare card for 3 Elixir. So, Pass Royale. We're gonna get the Shocktober arena, so the spooky arena with the pumpkins and whatnot. We'll have the normal stuff, the emote and the tower skin and whatnot for season 4. Pass Royale. There's gonna be a new thing that when you buy Pass Royale, you actually gift gold to your clanmates. You can collect up to 10 clanmates or pass worth of gold, so you can't get like hundreds. You can't just hop clans and claim gold all day every day. And when you change clans, it's actually going to follow you, so every account has like your own personal ticker that once 10 people in your clan buy a Pass Royale and you claim that gold, well, you can only do it 10 times. So it's a pretty cool, I like that. They have a similar thing in Clash of Clans where whenever you buy gems, you give a little gift to all your clanmates. I kind of wish they would go one step further and maybe add that to Clash Royale in the future as well. Chained quests. So now basically there's quest tiers. So you complete one tier of a quest and then it gets a little bit more difficult and the rewards get a little bit better. That's the easiest way to kind of explain it, right? There's going to be a bonus bank. So after you've completed the pass, every 10 crowns contributes 250 gold to your bank, okay? Let me repeat that. Once you've completed your pass, every 10 crowns contributes 250 gold to the bank. All victory gold for the whole season will be added to the bank, and the bank contents can be claimed after the new season starts or the season you're on ends of the current season, right? So interesting idea with the bonus bank. I like the idea of the bonus bank. It's just more rewards, more gold for us. I'll take it. And that's basically it. 2 new game modes: skeleton party mode, neutral skeleton spawn all over the map. Pretty cool for the Halloween theme, right? And a ghost spawn mode. So that's all I have for you guys. What do you think of the balance changes? What do you think of Season 4 in general? There's usually a December, a Christmas, time frame update in the game, and usually just historically, that's a little bit bigger than the October update, the fall update. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. Of course, I'll bring that news as soon as I have it to you guys. And don't forget to go ahead and leave a comment in the case that I do have that interview with Seth from the game team over at Supercell. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Huge shout out to Clash Royale and to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out their information in the show notes below. Thank you, and as always, take care, guys.